Swerve.
Hey, everybody!
That dress is golden and white, by the way.
This isn't working.
It is blue and gold. Fuck all of you.
I don't
know
know
what we're talking about.
We are talking about midweek. Mainstream.
God damn it!
Do it right or pay the price.
I don't know what's happening.
Amen. What is the name of this week's show? What is the title of the show?
You should answer that question, Mike.
The midweek war.
Never forget.
Are you sure you don't like the name midweek mainstream professional wrestling that I came up with? Because that's not wordy at all. Hey guys, I'm hosting the show this week for reasons that we'll get into in a little bit. But joining us this week, Riz. Hi, Riz.
Hi.
Great intro.
That's a horrible introduction.
Thank God you're a ring announcer and I'm a commentary and not a ring announcer.
Thank Christ. Riz, how are you this evening?
I'm doing better now since you kind of just said, hey, how you doing? And there's nothing else. I mean,
I thought it was kind. Mad Mike, how about you?
God damn, Jesus! No setup at all.
You know what?
No setup. It's like, hey, and here's our man from the Bronx, Mad Mike.
Hi, Mad Mike.
Hi, Riz. How are you? And back to our Texas correspondent, at least in San Antonio, Eamon.
Matt, what's up?
What's up, man? Just sitting here chilling with the jar of mid-carders. Let's see how many were on Smackdown tonight. 1, 2,
all of
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh dear. All right.
God damn it, Coach.
You, Eamon.
Are you putting in NXT mid-carders too?
No.
No. They're in their own special.
There's no such thing as an NXT mid-card.
Really? Tell that to Bull Dempsey.
No, he.
And also we have Antonio Garza. He is here as well.
Hey, what's up, guys?
At least he gets an intro.
Today I'm broadcasting from my cell phone because my computer's being a little bitch.
Oh.
I mean, congratulations to Garza. He finally he gets an intro out of everybody. The thing that we got.
Just because it was lengthy doesn't mean it was good.
Does Garza get an intro because he's our boss?
That's kind of and you.
Where can we be the boss?
Can be our boss too by going to Patreon and donating a minuscule amount to I don't know what Mike's doing.
I handed you a Segway on a silver platter, Eamon.
I took it.
And my God.
I quit.
This is off the rails. I am so sorry.
Matt is a better host than Eamon at this point.
Well, we're still
Matt
going with this.
Something.
By the way, the reason I'm hosting this thing is because I only lost one show this week. So that was decreed that I would have to host this thing.
That is the punishment for everyone who doesn't watch the shows.
Oh, it's very...
Yeah, that's why when this show used to be just NXT and Impact, because Riz never watched Impact, he always hosted.
Also, I think Riz just left.
Yeah, Riz just bailed.
Yes, I did.
So since we're not going to Riz's segment, and then we normally do start with Smackdown, which is Riz's segment, Lucha Underground. Let's switch it up.
You had somebody else there, Eamon.
There was somebody else there. We'll get to you in a second. I'm running this ship, as they say on ships. Antonio Garza.
Let's do this. Let's suck some lucha.
What is your one word for this week's episode of Lucha Underground?
Excuse me. That is una palabra.
What is your una palabra? Para
Lucha Underground.
I don't even know.
Okay.
This is so bad right now.
My una palabra for Lucha Underground is gonna be a brawl.
Nice.
Brawl.
Very nice.
Perfectly that show.
Okay,
yes.
so now jumping into things, what is your bueno?
Okay, So let's get on. My bueno. So just like putting aside the awesome match that Aerostar and Drago had, I want to like specifically give my bueno, to Dario Cueto, saying that this is now a best of 3 out of 5 matches, because that just means we're gonna get more Aerostar versus Drago.
They need to work on the editing of the match, though.
Yeah, like there was a lot of botches in this match, but I actually felt the botches made the match look like more realistic, I guess, in some way.
Yeah, I mean, but if they botch moves, they should just show it, because they did some odd cuts. Like, and I don't even look for stuff like that. If I notice it, people who look for that kind of stuff are noticing it a lot.
That's one of my sort of pet peeves, I think, which is studio wrestling, is that sometimes that kind of stuff is getting kind of overproduced, and sometimes botches are natural in wrestling, so it just happens.
I mean, look at Sabu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made a career of it.
So
yeah, that's my bueno.
So in turn, what is your mal?
Okay,
Or malo,
for my malo. On this one, I'm really pushing it because it's not really bad, but I felt the King Cuerno versus Johnny Mundo match, they ended it at the point where the crowd was the hottest. Like, I just felt like, oh, I need a little bit more fighting, but
that's fair. Like they should have ended it at a point where they're both down.
Yeah, at least that's good. I just felt like, man, I was really, really hot at that point. I wanted more. I was craving blood.
Okay.
And right to Dario's hands.
And because I've forgotten the word Riz.
Cambio.
I took 2 semesters of Spanish. I'm so sorry. The thing you were saying, which is your...
Okay, for my cambio this week, I actually want to hear your guys' opinion on what you thought about this segment. I'm talking about the segment between Dario Cueto and Sexy Star. Because I'm 50-50 on this. Like, part of me liked that Sexy Star was just happy that, I mean, she's okay taking on Rick because she knows it's getting closer to getting her hands on the group. But my cambio would be that once, like, Dario tells her that she needs to fight Rick, she should have a face like she's fighting 1999 Kane. She should be worried.
Oh no, but like, I think that takes away from her character.
Yeah, instead she had the face like instead of having.
That's the thing. Like, I think at this point, it wouldn't hurt her that much to show a little concern or just like getting worried a little bit. And I think that's actually a step forward on her character. That she has flaws.
I think, because I actually did watch the clip of that segment specifically. The one thing I would say is maybe not to show like intimidation on her part, but maybe I was surprised she didn't show more like disgust, because it seemed like a very obvious like ploy by Dario to mess with her and try to take her out of the picture pretty much. So I'm shocked that she wasn't like more like put off by it, not necessarily like worried or scared or anything like that, because I do think that would kind of go against her sort of stronger character, but that she wasn't more irritated or understanding of the fact that it was a ploy, I guess you could say.
I mean, I don't know if I'd change anything about that segment. I love the character of Sexy Star. Like that whole promo she gave, it was very, very impassioned, especially for someone who just essentially had a 3-on-1 last week and won. Granted, there was a little bit of a distraction, but otherwise, Big Rick didn't get involved in the match, and she was actually able to win fairly legitimately. Like, I wouldn't change anything about that segment, personally. Except maybe, have her be a little bit more irritated that it didn't go her way. But,
yeah.
But Garza, there is one thing that we have to talk about.
What is this?
Lucha Underground is becoming a Marvel movie, and I'm okay with it. Because now we get after credit scenes and Black Lotus was tied up in a trunk by a random luchador.
Yeah, I actually my video feed didn't see that. I didn't see that, but I read the recap afterwards. So I'm not even sure who the luchador was.
I believe I read somewhere that it was a luchador from the first episode that was talking to Prince Puma.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that it might have been the guy from like the opening that was initially talking to Puma, but I mean, I thought that to be just like a general dude and that he wasn't a character because he hasn't made an appearance on the show since.
Yeah.
But I'm just super excited about it because I'm telling you, this Matanza, Dario Cueto's key, it's the best thing going in wrestling right now, and yes, I'm including Kevin Owens in that. It's the best thing going because I have no idea where the hell it's going, and I'm totally cool with that.
Better than not knowing where it's going is knowing that it's going somewhere. That's the best feeling of all when you're watching.
Yeah.
Definitely.
By the way, if he does have a giant, like, Blanca luchador, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. That's a promise. That is a promise.
So, moving into the show that I didn't have to cover this week, thank God Almighty. SmackDown! Riz and Matt Carlin's are going to be taking over SmackDown.
Oh, the tag team champions reunite.
Tag team. So, one word for SmackDown, each of you. What would you say?
Well, Eamon, there's really only one correct answer for the one word this week, and that is Axel Mania.
28.
Even though Axel can't believe those things on the Titantron, he'll get better at that. It's okay.
How about you, Riz?
Coach.
I was gonna say, if Riz didn't say coach, you guys have failed in this endeavor.
Coach.
They told me about this before the show started, and I'm not.
No, Eamon, you need to watch it.
Eamon, you actually need to watch it. You need
to watch it because R-Truth has been doing commentary, and I think he could pick up a few pointers, Eamon. He's pretty good.
No, Eamon, do you remember when R-Truth was dressing like a Confederate soldier and saying he was scared of spiders in the briefcase?
I do remember that.
Did you
remember
like
how good
part?
that was? Yeah, did you like that version of R-Truth?
That was a very good version of it.
He is back.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's back. It's like he's looking at WrestleMania. It's like it's capital punishment all over again, baby, and I'm getting a paycheck.
Second question.
Bam!
Second question. Is he still saying "whoop, there it is"?
I don't believe he did.
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
I may
He
watch
was
it.
acting like he was in a Looney Tunes cartoon for a brief period of time.
That's another thing to mention, guys, for those that don't remember Capital Punishment 2011. R-Truth was main eventing a pay-per-view once.
Yep.
What is
He
that?
also main evented Survivor Series.
Oh,
I was at that one.
The Rock's return match.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. So, good thing about SmackDown
Wow.
is
Jeez, Eamon, you're mean today.
I don't want to talk about R-Truth.
Because my good is our truth. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Man, I mean, he came out of nowhere.
R-Truth cut a better promo than Roman Reigns did.
Yes, he did. And not
Roman
only
started talking about cruises and shit.
not only one title change, there were two, my friend. 2 title changes in one night. But yeah, R-Truth has won me over. And I don't know if it's just because I'm gullible or it's really working. But for me, it's really working.
I think it helps that we expect so little from SmackDown that anything that gets a tiny laugh out of is instantly the best thing on the show.
Mm.
The only real problem with it is that it's got this like Alicia Fox dumping soda on herself vibe to it, where it's like in 2 weeks it could all be over and never spoken of again. So
It's true. It's
you have to enjoy it.
And
okay,
Matt,
Matt, what's your good thing?
Well, my good thing was kind of on that same thing. It's kind of this. As much as I kind of like am not a fan of doing a huge multi-man intercontinental title match at WrestleMania, like the melting pot is kind of interesting, and it does kind of. It sucks that my boy Wade Barrett has to lose every week to create new title contenders. I'm guessing he's gonna lose to like 10 people, and that's what's gonna happen. If you can beat Wade Barrett, you get to go to WrestleMania. Yeah, but the interactions with Ambrose and Truth are funny, and poor Brian, I guess, is gonna get dragged into it. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, but.
Well,
yeah, on a show with a lot of forgettable and bad, the IC title thing is at least interesting and fun to watch.
It'd be awesome if... Go ahead.
Garza. No, go ahead, Garza.
I was gonna say that it would be awesome if the next shows we get people just pledging and asking Barrett for a match just because they know it's a ticket to WrestleMania.
I want to see like a queued up line of like 7 people at the gorilla position on Raw on Monday night, and they're like, "I'll go in."
You know for a fact Zack Ryder's first in line.
I was gonna say I want to see Zack Ryder knocking on his locker room door or waiting outside of it, like, "Oh, sup, bro? I love the bad news, bro, and stuff, you know."
And he has just like a giant chicken wing he found in catering. Out chewing on it.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the not so good stuff. Matt Carlins, I'll go to you. What is your bad for SmackDown?
My bad this week is Stardust. I kind of came to this revelation while I was talking to one of my buddies about kind of where this whole Stardust thing is going and like what the end game is supposed to be, and kind of came to this realization that it doesn't really, that no matter what Cody does with it, and I think Cody's great, but the character itself is a dead end. The character itself is destined to just end up being a joke. No matter how creepy or weird or dark Cody goes with it, I just don't see how it's never not going to be a joke. It feels like it just feels like a dead end. He's got to get out of this gimmick, and he's got to do what Cody always seems to do during his career: is do like strange character, reboot to normal Cody Rhodes, do another strange character, reboot back to normal Cody Rhodes. He needs to reboot back to normal Cody Rhodes. Hopefully, someone had this idea that at WrestleMania, instead of Goldust versus Stardust, that it would be Cody versus Dustin, and maybe that's the ploy, is that eventually they'll reboot back to Cody. But I just don't think the character is going to get anywhere. I mean, what is this going to? I don't even.
Well, I could see them doing like a paint versus career match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like Goldust is like, fine, Cody, you want me out of the WWF? That's fine.
WWE.
Whatever. WWE.
Goldust is back in 1998.
Yes, that was kind of what I was getting to with that. But if you want me out of the company, we'll have a match at WrestleMania. But if I win, you have to stop being Stardust, and you have to bring my brother Cody back. Like
I think that if Goldust wants to force Cody to drop the paint, he needs to drop the paint himself and just make it Dustin versus Stardust.
Well, yeah. you can do that afterwards. You can have Goldust get the win at Mania, and then have the blow off at like Extreme Rules or whatever it is afterwards, and you can have them like just go balls fucking out.
The nice thing of like a paint versus paint match is that if Goldust wins and like they both come out looking good, because it's like bringing Darth Vader back from the dark side, so he will have saved Cody, and Cody will be re-energized. But either way, I mean, the gimmick is not working for me.
Even if you have Cody, like, if you have Cody get rid of his brother, then afterwards he can have like a whole like a rebirthing promo where he's like being doused with water and he's like washing off. He's like, Stardust is gone. Like nothing. You can't see the cosmos anymore. Like it can be. You can have Neil deGrasse Tyson say there's no more Stardust. It'll be great.
Oh, I can't believe the world.
That's a deep cut.
I can't believe
Stardust gets a bad and R-Truth gets a good on the same show. Riz, what's your bad for this?
We've seen that main event before, haven't we?
What are you talking about?
Let me guess. Who was in the main event, Riz?
I mean, I feel sorry for most of the guys in that match.
Why do you feel sorry, Riz? Survivor Series is only 2 weeks away.
To still have that match on every show in some form of or fashion, it just seems like it's just repeating itself, and it is.
And they're just exchanging wins. Like they're
Yes,
real.
definitely for you.
Except for Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan. Poor Eric Rowan.
Poor Eric Rowan. And that's sad because, like I said, Eric Rowan's not that bad of a wrestler.
You know what's funny? We keep even saying that's a build-up to Survivor Series. It's not, because Big Show was a face then.
He was.
Well, in a couple more months, it will be the build-up to Survivor Series, and we'll be talking about it.
Yeah. I just can't. And it's probably going to be on Monday too.
Yeah.
They're probably going to have some sort of match on Monday featuring, Ryback and Eric Rowan versus Kane and Big Show.
And Dolph Ziggler's doing his own thing too with the Intercontinental title. So why not just have him do that?
And poor Seth Rollins has taken losses now, and I feel like they're going to keep pinning him until we forget what we saw.
This happens to everybody with that briefcase.
Yes, it does.
There's always that lull. Always that lull of losses where we just go, when is he going to get a win? Because everybody knows he's the Mr. Money in the Bank, and then whenever we don't want him to, whenever it happens, and we forget that it happened.
But there was a glimmer.
Had it.
There was a glimmer of that hope though at the Royal Rumble, and then they just kind of were like, let's go back to business as usual.
Well, Seth has been better protected than most Money in the Bank winners.
Yeah.
It seems like only recently that they've decided to start having him take losses, and it means either someone doesn't like what happened a couple weeks ago on social media, or he's getting ready to cash in. So,
or he's getting ready to get his ass kicked by returning Randy Orton.
Well, or he's getting ready to beat Randy Orton, and they think we got to beat this guy before we have him go beat Randy Orton. It's effed up.
He's not beating Randy Orton.
That's an opposite moment.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're sure about that one.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Eamon.
Or Riz, what's your thing you would change?
You're gonna like this. The fact that they keep on, it's getting worse. Like every week, it got worse with the announcing.
Mm-hmm.
This week, Michael Cole is just berating Byron Saxton.
But he's gonna go into work one day and shoot the place.
He's going to
know that.
He's going to go crazy. He and Alex Riley are going to both do something that they're going to regret.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
We are. I know.
Trust me, Alex Riley does many things that I regret that he's done.
But yeah, I just can't. I once in a while is cute.
Yeah.
It's fun, but to be that nasty, I think the word is.
They're really cutting sometimes. Like, they're really terrible.
Yeah. Like, the stuff with R-Truth calling him coach, that was good. I love seeing that, and it was one of those things where we're just like, hey, this guy's good. But having Michael Cole, who a war correspondent, by the way, just talk down to Byron Saxton just made me a little uneasy, uncomfortable, sort of kind of thing. It's
like when you would watch, like, if you ever seen videos of like some of the like in between stuff from shows where the announce team just makes fun of the ring announcer nonstop, like Tony Chimmel or whoever. Like, it's the same kind of thing, and it's not funny. Like, it's just like, please leave him alone. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Hashtag Hashtag give Byron Saxton a chance.
Yes.
Hashtag give Truth a chance.
Hashtag give Coach a chance.
Hashtag give Coach a chance.
Coach is on the ESPN. He had his chance. Matt Carlins. I don't even know if he's still on ESPN.
He is still on
There
ESPN.
he is.
Yeah, Archer said he sees him on SportsCenter every night.
Oh, jeez.
He's not even on SportsCenter every day either.
Matt Carlins, what is your thing that you would change about SmackDown?
Okay, I got one thing I would change. It goes bigger than SmackDown, but I'll talk about it just because I know it'll upset my wife. Dean Ambrose possesses the shortest babyface comeback in all of professional wrestling. It is literally only the little rebound clothesline where he kind of ducks underneath the ropes, comes back with the clothesline, and then he hits 30 deeds and it's over. Dean, you've got to work in something else to give me a chance to kind of soak in the moment. You got to do an inverted atomic drop, or just, damn it, Dean, do something else. 5 moves of doom, brother.
Matt,
come on, man.
Matt, he won the Intercontinental Championship tonight.
You know
Did
what?
you see that awesome match between him and Archer?
You know what's funny? Dean has never been Intercontinental Champion, and already he's one of the better Intercontinental Champions in recent memory. I mean, when he comes out with that belt, it kind of looks right. You're like, right.
Yeah.
I think they should have him never win the belt, but in everyone's mind, they will think of him as a former Intercontinental Champion because he's hauling that belt all over the place. But yeah, Dean, come on, 5 moves of doom. Let's do, come up with something else. All right, rebound thing, clothesline, and then he bounces off the rope, he drops a knee, and then inverted atomic drop, and then elbow off the second turnbuckle, and then dirty deeds. That's it, done. Okay. That's good right there.
Okay.
Anybody else got anything you want to see Dean do?
No.
And then cut a man's arm off. That sounds very good.
Before we go on, I'm surprised no one mentioned this, but why is Swagger still challenging Rusev?
Because America, that's why.
Because Swagger's had the Intercontinental title before, and he's like, no, I don't want anywhere near that shit.
America.
I thought we were reheating this baby for WrestleMania. I thought we were getting our blow off.
Because Zeb Coulter is still in a hospital bed somewhere.
He's dead. No, he's dead.
Yeah, that's right. There's no peace until Zeb is back.
Yeah.
I forgot to add this to Tonio, so I'll ask this as well. So, Tonio, would you recommend watching Lucha Underground? And then, guys, would you recommend watching SmackDown?
Yeah, definitely watch Lucha Underground. It was amazing.
How about you guys? First SmackDown.
Matt, I'll let you go first.
No, not really. I can't really as funny and goofy as R-Truth is, and how as awesome as Curtis Axel's Axelmania Count Up graphic is, no. You'll get crazy R-Truth on Monday again. You don't need to see it.
It's no honkometer.
Ain't no honkometer. Hell no.
It was funny. It was good, but I've seen it all before. Especially the main event.
Yeah.
And it just seemed on repeat, except for the part where our good friend Stoke Monkey made an appearance.
Oh.
Then we found out that Stardust has skinned him and wore his skin as a suit, which is kind of gross. But he was there in spirit and in skin. But no, I wouldn't recommend this. Just pointing it out there.
I don't know how to respond to that last statement.
Good.
So let's finish off. Mad Mike, you were tasked the envious, really difficult task of watching NXT.
Well, no, see, unlike Eamon, I actually watch all 3 shows anyway, just to prepare. But, yeah.
Yeah, I just watched this one. So NXT, what would you say your one word is for NXT?
Oh.
That's your one word.
Come on.
No.
What are you waiting for?
My one word is going to be a hashtag.
No.
Yes, because it's one word. Say it to my face.
How can it not be the? Why is the not your one word?
Because there are things more important than him.
The Brian Kendrick is... Shut your mouth.
I'm sorry. If you tell me who was wrestling just by listening to the announcers, I would say Brian Kendrick is wrestling. Because they never said the Brian Kendrick. They only said it during the graphic.
Here's a fun observation. Whenever the Brian Kendrick was in WWE the last time, wasn't he like half the size of all the other wrestlers? Now he's like the same as everybody else. What the hell happened?
He was also in World Heavyweight Championship scramble matches.
WWE shrunk in the dryer. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So man, Mike, what is your one good thing from NXT this week?
Oh, my one good thing, I gotta say it. Kevin Owens on commentary.
Kevin Owens doing a lot of things.
Kevin Owens.
Hey, did anybody else
said it to his face? He said it to his face. Finally, someone did what Alex Riley's theme music tells us to do all the time. He just flat out said, "Oh, Alex, you were never a champion in WWE, weren't you?" He just said it.
And did anybody else just stand up and applaud when he said that?
Oh,
or was it just me?
Riz, I couldn't stand up because of my massive erection. I couldn't.
Can I mention, is your bad also involving the announce team? Because I don't want to jump the gun.
No.
Okay, because this was more than a fitting time to do it, because Alex Riley was worse than ever on commentary.
I think that's kind of the point, though.
Was it, though?
I think so.
Because he was pushing Owens.
No, he was. No, but
no,
like...
but I mean in the sense of, like, are we supposed to be cheering Kevin Owens for doing this?
People are going to cheer Kevin Owens regardless.
But we are. It's sad because we shouldn't, but we will.
But listening to Alex Riley go, anybody who watches NXT knows they'd have to love Bull Dempsey. Who doesn't love Bull Dempsey? Like, non-sarcastically. God damn, Alex Riley, I hate you.
So,
say it to his face.
Say it to my
face! What the fuck?
Mike, you're hosting the show!
I thought you had something to say.
Fucking show!
I thought you had something to say, Riz. Mike, what is your bad thing about NXT this week?
My bet, guys, it's really sad.
It's Bailey, isn't it?
No. I mean, that's sad too, but this is even worse.
It's the breakup, huh?
Rest in peace, J.J. Dillon.
That was
Rest in peace, J.J. Dillon!
That is not the no. For those listening, J.J. Dillon, the actual manager, did not pass away.
Yeah,
J.J. Dillon.
Amen. You're new to the show. People who watch this show know who the fuck we're talking about. Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger breaking up.
That was
for reasons, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't get that because first, Jason Jordan is on some steroids.
Really? You think so?
Come
on. He got buff.
He got bigger, but he hasn't been on TV in like 8 months or whatever the fuck.
But
also, I have a question. Who was Ronco supposed to face?
Well, I was gonna ask that too because I'm like, Ty Dillinger's in the ring, he's causing trouble. Baron Corbin does his walk-in, and next thing I know, there's a match. Does Corbin have like this magical I can make a match whenever I want to ability? The crowd didn't even know if they're supposed to count or not. What the hell is going on?
And plus, it's kind of a dick move to attack someone after they've just had a long tag match.
What's the difference
and not
between
only that,
Baron Corbin walks down and does his move on Ty Dillinger and walks away, and Baron Corbin goes down, and they ring a bell between him beating up Ty Dillinger and him leaving? There's no difference between what happened. Where'd Riz go?
Riz,
are you
I'm still here.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No. Riz is masturbating.
Let's talk about to Mad Mike about the one thing that you would change about this week's NXT.
I think the one thing I would change is I would have given the Brian Kendrick a different opponent.
Really? Different than Finn Balor?
Yes. Yeah. I would have put him with Tommy. I would have, because I feel like the Brian Kendrick's return was overshadowed by the fact that Owens was on commentary.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like I'm saying I'd just replace Bull Dempsey and Kendrick. I wouldn't do that because no one wants to see Finn Balor versus Bull Dempsey.
No.
But Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could do that again because Breeze was saying I could have beat Balor, and boom, there's your setup.
That's true.
That's all you need.
I'm surprised they didn't do Rhino versus Balor here.
No, I think they're
That's
waiting on
coming.
Rhino versus Balor. I think that's coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't give
I'm
away
just sure it's
Balor and Breeze though while we're on the topic. So.
I was gonna say
But-
also if we switched that match, we wouldn't have gotten that scary tiger suplex that Kendrick gave Balor.
Oh, sweet
Where it
mother.
looked like he almost broke his neck.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, otherwise NXT was really good. Like Becky Lynch, submission goddess.
This is the first time besides the Takeover special that I was like, yeah, Becky Lynch. I really enjoy that.
She stepped up. She stepped up.
She thinks she's Pentagon Jr. now.
Oh, we never talked about that. Pentagon broke someone else's arm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Poor Ashley's dad.
Yeah.
Poor Ashley's dad.
Is that who that was?
No.
Oh.
Just happen to have the same last name.
So, Mad Mike, would you suggest people watch NXT?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you fucking. If you aren't watching NXT regularly, unless we specifically tell you not to, the fuck are you doing? Like NXT, the 4 episodes you get a month on NXT is worth the $9.99 alone, even if you see nothing else on the network.
Also, the ending, basically the Tyler Breeze super kicking Hideo Itami, and then trying to set up a selfie picture with his selfie stick while you find Itami behind him standing up was the greatest thing. I have a gif of it that I tweeted out.
Like the best part was he had the shot, but then he had to get the right lighting.
Yeah.
It was.
Also, I forgot to mention because I had a different good thing. They did it right this week.
They did do it right.
Hack the planet, bitches! Hack the fucking planet!
Hey, NXT Creative, you're welcome.
I want there to be a segment where Solomon Crow goes into the NXT control room and he's just like, it's a Unix system. And
like the one thing that I wanted to happen was when he did hack it. I wanted him to more like he's in the middle of the match, and then at the end of the match when he was done, the match is over. Like
I think he's gonna do that with whoever he starts feuding with.
He's gonna hack and make you miss the finish of a match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like during the entire
And
tag match.
I'm waiting for him to take over that LED board on hard camera side. I'm salivating for hopefully that'll happen. Let's just say, who would you guys have Solomon feud with? I would say Itami.
Itami's a good place to start.
Itami's a good place right now.
Itami or Breeze are both good places to start. You start with Breeze because I think
Breeze would be very fun.
Good. I think they want people to cheer Crow, but
yeah.
But also with Breeze, you can do the point where he hacks into his actual cell phone.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be
and it makes goofy faces while he's trying to take a selfie.
Yeah.
Also, can complete side note, and it has nothing to do with wrestling. Does anyone know how those actual selfie sticks work? Like, how do you actually take the photo if it's that far away from you?
There's a button. There's a button on the handle.
Well, because you're also plugging it into something, Eamon.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was. That's the one thing that I was racking my brain on.
Yeah. You're plugging it in. It's not just like a cradle.
It's not just a holder.
You're plugging it into something.
Okay. Now that that's solved, and now that we learned something,
we're discussing the
By the way,
the reality having to explain the selfie stick to one another while we're talking.
Can I just say I love the fact that the 4 older gentlemen had to explain to the millennial what a selfie stick is and how it works. That's great. That's great.
Hey man, how do we end this thing?
We end this by picking a winner.
You already did your you already did the promo, so we're good. Okay, that's right. Continue.
Oh, what's your favorite? Who wins? That's the name of it. Tonio.
What's wrong with you?
We're gonna start running out of people who can't host this show.
Tonio, who wins?
I'm gonna give it to Lucha Underground this week. Great matches and some storyline development.
Matt, who do you have winning?
Lucha Underground wins again. It was freaking awesome this week. Awesome! And they're not just beating women now, Eamon. They're not just beating them up, they're kidnapping them and putting them in the trunk of a car. I expect to find pieces of women in the river in about a month on Lucha Underground at the rate they're going.
Hashtag
escalation of
women.
violence.
Mike, what is your winner?
It's a really tough call this week because as much as I love Kevin Owens throwing Alex Riley to try and free him, I also love Conan throwing in a towel to live to fight another day. So
I like how you called him Conan.
Yeah, Conan the Luchadorian. I refuse to say Conan. It's fine. You can say it either way.
I don't think you can.
I think you can.
K-Dog.
Watch some old Nitro. You can definitely say it both ways.
Well, Tony Schiavone's racist.
No, Mark Madden does that. Let's be fair.
I think I'm gonna have to go Lucha. I think I'm going Lucha.
Yeah. 3-0 for Lucha.
I think the sexy star promo put it over the top for me because I really like that.
Riz.
I'm not picking SmackDown again, by the way.
You did a clean
Damn it!
And the answer to your question is no. I really did like NXT. Like, it made me jump out of my seat.
Also, next week we got Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Which is going to be pretty great.
And they kind of spoiled it because now I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna make her. She's gonna beat her, isn't she? That's it. That's all. And then she leaves. But
also, side note, NXT. I really love that you had like the promo like advertising next week's show with Sasha and Charlotte, and you reused the old Confidential narrator. the lady narrator. I was like, that's Confidential.
By the way, angry Sami Zayn is angry. The picture they use for Sami Zayn looks like he was told some bad news. Like, you fucking piece of shit.
I'm afraid
took
of
a picture right in between.
That's funny that you point that out, Riz, because I don't know if you went and saw the article I posted on my blog, mainstreammat.blogspot.com, where we ranked the top 10 matches for NXT specials, but we took the graphics from each one, and at Arrival, Sammy's pretty happy. And like as you go through it, Sammy's picture gets slowly progressively gets more and more serious until like the Kevin Owens match graphic is there, and he's just like,
Eamon. Dr. Eamon.
Riz.
Who wins?
Who wins? Do I get a pick as well?
Eamon only saw one show!
No, he still gets to pick.
My pick's SmackDown.
Fuck you.
Gotta stick with the black and blue.
Thanks, Coach.
So that was the midweek wars for this week.
You got a plug!
I was about to!
No, you're doing it all
plug
wrong.
Before the sign off.
You know what?
I wasn't signing off. I just said what this show was.
Hashtag Eamon is never hosting.
Shut up. Let me do it.
No, hold on. As I was about to say, this is the midweek wars for this week. You can find us every Tuesday night at live.sorgatronmedia.com. How is it wrong what I said?
You're not supposed to say that yet.
Why not?
That's the word you don't say.
I mean,
I don't even know.
Mad Mike.
Riz at the Riz, Mad Mike at Mad Mike 4883, Matt Carlins at Mainstream Matt, Tonio Gaza at
One T.
Wrestling Revolution or at the W.
I run
The Revolution.
You know that, right?
Riz,
Yes.
you want to sign off?
Dr. Amen.
You want to sign off?
What?
Riz,
Amen.
Riz, you want me to do this?
I don't
Riz,
know what
Riz,
you're
I'll
doing
do
right
this.
now. All right. You know what? Just fuck it. Matt Carlins.
Hey, everybody.
Where can the people find you?
Mainstream Matt with 1 T if you love wrestling. And if you hate wrestling, you can also find me at Matt Carlins with 2 T's.
If you hate wrestling, why the fuck are you listening to this podcast? Mad
Close
Mike.
Smackdown.
You can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machines. And if you like to talk about movies, or at least listen to people who sound like me talk about movies, you can go to the Rambling Movie Minute on SorgatronMedia.com every Tuesday night at 5:30.
Amen. For fuck's sake, where do you find people like you at?
You can find people like me in a lot of places, mainly aiming to please on the Twitter, and also InspireProWrestling.com. Book
Like
me to be a host. Book
Dr.
me to be a
Amen.
host for
with
your
his-
upcoming wrestling events. I think I've clearly showed that I do an amazing job.
More like aiming to fail.
Eamon will also work your bar mitzvah.
Mr. Garza,
I'll work your bar mitzvah. I'll fuck up your child's name.
Eamon cannot work children's birthday parties, though, because he eats too much cake.
Antonio Garza, sir. Where can people find your stuff?
You can find me at TheWrestlingRevolution.com or at TheWRevolution at the Twitter, like Jericho would say.
Fuck.
Oh, don't do the Jericho thing.
Oh, Jericho.
Don't do the Jericho.
Oh, we're
Unless
not
you're
going to
gonna
drop
get
a wagey wagey?
I'll
Riz.
bring Calvo.
What?
Where can people find you?
At the Riz, and also on InsertCoinToBegin.com, where I talk about video games. I did a cool thing. Thing about GTA finally getting heists in March, and how not cool it is that they waited 2 years to do that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for joining us. Your host is back, by the way. Eamon, you're fired.
Thank God.
I was gonna say, is the extra E for Eamon is never hosting again?
Yeah. The extra E is for Eamon is fired. So thank you guys so much for joining us this week on This Is How You Do It. This is how you do it, Eamon. Joining us this week on
The Midweek War.
Listen to Pal Riot.
Didim
Brother.
didim didim dum didim 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 dum didim 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 dum
Still going.
didim 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 dum.
I am